Hello everyone, my name is Carl Revan Jr. and I'm making another video entitled Carl versus Illuminati, video number 12. In this video, I'm going to discuss secret society and relationships. Okay? Alright, let's get straight to it, okay? I ended up going to prison. I made some mistakes and everything. And while in prison, I learned some life-changing skills and knowledge, right? That it made it where I started really enjoying life, even before I got out of prison. When I got out of prison, I ended up attracting everything I wanted. And I was pretty successful in relationships, right? I attracted a beautiful fiance, a woman who was willing to marry me right away, okay? Jobs. I was getting when it came down to jobs, I was getting in a position to be hired or hired, okay? And then they suddenly the overnight, like, the jobs would, the employers wouldn't want to have nothing to do with me, okay? Even with my fiance or the woman that I got involved with when I first got out, right? Overnight, she went from wanting to get married to now stay away from me, right? And it was strange, right? The secret society network gets involved, everything looks strange, right? It doesn't make sense. Okay, there's no explanation, right? Okay, so I didn't, me not knowing nothing about a secret society or even thinking of such a thing, right? I, I just had to go along with it and continue to live my life and just observe, right? But one thing I have is a good memory. So when things happen, I keep them in mind, and because my mind is searching for an explanation for what occurred, right? So repeatedly, I would have these problems, right? So it started when if you checked out any of my videos, especially the first one, Illuminati versus Carl, I discussed how when I was in the military, I got approached by a secret society to join. Now you have to watch that video because we don't have time for all that, to go through all that, okay? Now, when I refused to re-enlist, you have to do what they say, right? They'll allow you to have success, material success, all right? But you have to do whatever they say. And since I wasn't aware or conscious of the fact that I had joined a secret society, I didn't feel I had to listen to anybody, okay? So I refused. And that's when they took their blanket of protection off me and started attacking me in every areas of my life. In this video, we're going to talk about the relationship area, right? Okay. Now, when I got out the military, again, I got a job that I was pretty happy with. Okay. I had met a beautiful woman and was, I was certain I was going to marry her, right? And it seemed like money started coming to me, right? And everything was going great. And suddenly, I was celebrating with my brothers, and my brothers enticed me to smoke a joint with them. I trust my brothers. I thought they had no reason to wish me bad. After all, I'm the one that had money and they didn't. So I thought they would, really care about me because I'm there when they need me, right? Well, they gave me a marijuana joint, but it was laced with PCP. All right, okay, and me having an addictive personality, immediately I got addicted to PCP. And so now I'm using it every day, and I get the money to supply my habits, so I'm doing it abusively, in abusive amounts every day. And I went crazy, okay? So I ended up doing some things that landed me in prison, okay? While in prison, I recovered by the grace of God because I had gave up. All right. But I was blessed to regain my mental capacity, right? And not only that, I went one step beyond, and I was blessed to learn or attract information that enhanced my thinking and everything, right? So by the time I got out of prison, I was ready for the world for sure, right? And I attracted everything I wanted. I attracted immediately a beautiful woman that I was building a relationship with, and she wanted to get married and everything. Great, all right. And I had confidence, super confidence, right? And I was going after jobs and everything, and I'll get right to the door where I'm about to get hired, and then overnight something would happen. Okay. I attracted money. I attracted everything, right? Okay. I wanted to get out and help people learn what I had learned so that they can learn things, how to use their mind to overcome their addictions and all their vices and everything, right? But it was just like something was tracking me, and something was making everything that I create or attract would turn it into, would make it go away, right? Okay, now, even the reason why I told you about the family member giving me marijuana laced with PCP without telling me about the PCP, right, is to let you know that this is. I'm convinced that was because of this secret society. See, I got out of the military, and they were tracking me. See, and they can infiltrate anyone. They can try. They have powerful influence, right? And everybody is not as strong as you, right? Here it is. I may be willing to die for what I believe, right? A lot of other people may not have that type of conviction or commitment to their beliefs or whatever, right? Okay, and these people can break you, or they can they get ways of influencing you to do wrong things. They're not influencing you to do nothing good. They're influencing you to do something wrong. So I was the target, right? And so it is my belief that they enticed my brothers, my family. They had infiltrated my family and caused them to get us to me. Then when I needed help to get to the hospital or whatever, they was not available because they were under the control of the secret society. Okay, now, same thing with women, right? So they had infiltrated my family. Now with women, right? With this woman this beautiful woman that I had became fond of, right? We had beautiful days, and we never had any arguments or anything. And suddenly, overnight, she didn't want to have nothing to do with me, and could not. We couldn't be friends or nothing. It's total. When they make someone leave you alone, they want total. As one woman put it, total severance. I thought that was an interesting word when she used it, but that's what they mean, right? And that's what the secret society tell them, to stay away. Now, I didn't know this at the time, right? And I didn't know nothing about secret society, but I'm going along with it. I'm going through life. Naturally, you don't want to be around me. I don't want to be around you, because my thing is, I don't want to be around anybody that I'm making unhappy. Even if you want me to be around. If I feel like I'm not bringing you joy or happiness, or heaven forbid, I'm making you miserable or something, you best believe I'm finna go. I'm finna go. All right. I want to be happy. I want to be around people who make me happy and who I make happy. Right. Okay. So when anyone wants to get away from me, I honor that, right? Okay, I don't be angry or anything. I be hurt, yes. Keep in mind, we're talking about people that I love, So it's painful to have to, step away from them, or in your relationship with them, right? Or your involvement, okay? All right. Now, this continued to happen with several girlfriends that I had over the years, right? And each relationship, whenever this happened, I would learn more about it, right? And it got down to the point where, here it is, I started noticing certain common things, like, anytime the word police come up, I know they've been infiltrated, okay? Because I learned later that the police is the ones that transmit rumors and provide information to people that in your circles, right? Against you. They're the ones. How can you get away from that? It's not just the police. It be your landlords. The secret society starts from above, right, with the Illuminati, right, and they're gonna give commands or whatever, and it's to be carried out below. So by the time you get accused or something like that, and you start fighting it, you've come to realize that you're not just fighting the person that you're arguing with or whatever, right? You're fighting a whole system that has already prepared, already set up to go against you, okay? All the way through the court system and everything, right? So, employers the same way. I got hired at the VA hospital, and within days, they told me they had to take the job back. All right, had nothing to do with my background, because they knew about my background already, and I had already worked there a year and a half in what's known as a work therapy program. So they had saw me in action, saw me come to work every day, and was confident enough to hire me, right? So this is this is an example of how they infiltrate everybody that you have a relationship with. Your family, your friends. Oh yeah, they're gonna get to them friends eventually. They're gonna, yes, okay. And each time they infiltrate somebody, they make it clear to them that they better not let the person, me, know in no shape, form, or whatever, right? Okay. And believe it or not, in some cases, right, I know from experience, right? I can't talk about it right now, because like I say, I don't want these videos to stop rolling. I want to be able to share as much information as I can, or experience, because what I'm talking about is not just information. It's my personal experience. I've been fighting these people for over 30 years, right? So eventually, right, I learned, after about 30 years or whatever, right, I finally put it together, all these secrets, these patterns and everything. And I was able to now become conscious of the fact that there is a secret society, a network of people, right? And that works behind the scene. They influence dignitaries, government officials. They can get to anybody, companies, all right? Okay, so I don't have time to go through all the details, but I'm trying to just express to you, right, that they infiltrate your relationships, right? Okay. Finally, I had a breakthrough, and this was an eye opener. My last relationship with my last girlfriend, right, in 2013, right. I had charged her with domestic, and the police had a warrant. They had all the reasons to arrest her. I just wanted her to go to jail for one night, okay? That's all. I wasn't trying to harm her or anything, right, like that, okay? And I wasn't lying on her, right? She had attacked me and everything. But that's not the point, right? Okay. The point is, the police had a warrant and everything, right? And they refused. They would not arrest her. I seen her walk up in the police station and walk out knowing that they got a warrant. How did she do that, right? Okay. I started complaining, and eventually they arrested her. After they arrested her, she ended up confessing to me that the police had forced her to have sex with them in exchange for them not putting her in jail. They was gonna protect her from me putting her in jail, causing her to go to jail, right? See, when they put her in jail, they had broke their promise. So this is the reason why she's telling me, right? Okay, so I didn't believe her, and she gave me affidavits saying this to the fact. Okay, one day I had charged her with violating the order of protection that I had against her, and it was at this time that the sergeant came up to me while at the police station and everything, and he's like, I told her to stay away from you. And I'm looking at him, what do you mean? What are you talking about? You told my girlfriend to stay away from me. You're the cop. What, you giving her advice or something? He was like, no, it wasn't advice. He told her point blank to stay away from me. And that's when I became knowledgeable that these people would tell my girlfriends and stuff to stay away from me. Ain't no get into an argument and break it up. It's done. As soon as they say it, they mean it right then, right? So, but he also went on to tell me that, but she told him when she got caught with me, right, that she could stay away from me, but when she see me, when she's around me, she couldn't resist, being with me. Okay, so so the sergeant then turned to me and said, look, so now I'm telling you to stay away from her, or I'm gonna put you in jail. I didn't understand, how could this officer be telling me this, right? So I ain't believe it. And so she and I would see each other more, right? And true enough, I ended up in jail. Okay? They flipped everything. They flipped the domestic charge onto me. They made it where they arrested me and forced her to accuse me of attacking her. Okay? I'm like, really? And the case was so false and everything, right? But they proved to me in that case that we can make anybody connected to you say or do anything to you. All right? So that was. I'm telling you, as God is my witness, I'm telling you that this is what happened, right? Now I'm not gonna say the sergeant's name. I think I put it out already over the internet, right? But I don't want you to focus on individuals. I want you to get the message that I'm trying to teach you. Okay. Now, I became a jailhouse lawyer while in prison and everything, right? And I accumulated case files on the fake cases or false cases, cases involving a lot of judicial and legal misconduct on the parts of the lawyers and everything. Because when they get you in the system, all of them, there is no defense attorney fighting. They all are against you. Okay, that's if they're attacking you and everything, right? Now, okay, so I had these records and everything. That's why I talk so bold about the secret society and everything, because I have documentations and stuff like this to back me up. So when they put me in jail, I had gave my files to a family member to hold for me. But when I started making these videos, they have kept me in custody all this time, for a simple possession case, right? That was already dismissed. Okay. So finally, I contact my family member, and I asked him to bring me my files. At this time, they tell me there was a fire that burnt up all your stuff. I'm like, okay, yeah, stuff happens, okay. But when did this happen? They said, about 2 years ago. 2 years ago. And you haven't contacted me? You haven't told me? What is this? I'm sorry. I love my family, right? Even if they act like they don't love me, it's okay. But I know that's a lie. I know he was lying. That doesn't even make sense, right? Okay. So they destroyed a lot of the paperwork and documents, right? So now I'm pretty sure that now they are desperately trying to get to the case files of this case, right? That I'm in custody on right now. Okay, all right, because in 2018, right, I made my first Illuminati video, and I said that in the first video that this case is supposed to be the final step in destroying me, right? Because this the case that a fake case that they supposed to put me in prison for and keep charging me with fake cases until I'm 85 or something like that. Then nobody's really interested in hearing what you got to say. All right, okay. So this case is this. Now here it is, a couple of years later, and I'm still fighting this case. All right, all right. So my point is, right, that they're using this case to keep me in jail and everything, waiting to find out or get access to the paperwork that I have now. All right. I've even filed my case in the federal court. Nobody, the Judicial Inquiry Board, nobody will make a ruling or a decision or put anything in writing until they get to these files. So that they got me on a GPS right now, okay? And that's to track me. So everywhere where I go, they'll know what address. They can look it up, find out who's there. They're after the paper files, right? And they won't let me. They won't. I got a misdemeanor. They made it a felony, right? But here it is, a simple possession. It's COVID-19. They're releasing people with murders and attempt murder and violent crimes. They're putting them on GPS. But they still got me. Kim Fox, last year, she's known for dismissing drug cases, but she won't dismiss this one because she's controlled by a secret society. All right, you don't have to believe me, but you have to admit there's something strange going on, right? The case was I got arrested in 2017. Why am I still in the system? Because the rules and laws go out the window with these people, right? Okay, so again, this is all about relationships, right? Your relationship with all people. I don't care if they're a preacher, anybody. I've had preachers and deacons come to court for me, right? And when they come to court, these people gonna holler at them through the sheriffs or whatever, right? And they're gonna come up with an excuse for why they gotta go and they not coming back. Ever. All right? Right now, my family, you say my family is not infiltrated. Right now, my family stays away from me. You can, I'm on Facebook and everything. You will not see a family member initially contact me and say, hey, happy holiday or, anything like that, right? Okay. Because they're not supposed to associate with me. And why? I have done nothing wrong to them, okay? All right? They'll talk to me if I contact them, but that's going through the motion, right? Okay? Well, okay. So, like I said, when they get involved with people in your relationship, right? They're gonna come at the ones closest to you, the people you work with. Shoot, even the people who fix your car. They're gonna get to everybody because they wanna make it where you have to do everything in your life by yourself. Okay, all right. And this is their way of stressing you out, distracting you, making where you can't focus your mind on any specific goals because you're always fighting and defending yourself. Okay, but keep watching my videos, right? Because there's good news. There's a way to defend yourself against these people. And this is what they don't want me. This is why they want to put me in prison and silence me. Because I learned how to free your mind. And trust me, it's worth it. Put it like this. Give the money to somebody else. Learning how to free my mind is the best thing that God could bless me with. Okay? Now, I could talk about that for all day, right? Because I get too excited and everything, right? But right now, I want you to, this video is about relationships, right? Okay? And here it is. I want you to understand, if you ever get into this type of, if you start feeling like you got bad luck and everything is going wrong and everything, chances are you under attack. Okay? Now, I've already proved that I'm not the only one that they affect. This whole prison system has got the blacks at the bottom, and okay, that's by design. It's not an accident. Okay? Breonna Taylor case, okay, where the attorney general deceived everybody into thinking that he was taking a murder charge and presenting it to the grand jury, and he didn't. And I just see on the internet today where they let it, he don't even have to worry about it. He did something illegal. A lawyer is not supposed to get caught doing dishonest stuff and using deception and stuff, but he did it. And you got 2 jury members that as evidence against him. Now watch this. The council that deemed that who denied the request, Breonna Taylor's family's request for a special prosecutor to present a murder charge to the grand jury, denied the motion. And guess what? I want to tell you one thing, 2 things about this council that's interesting. One, the one who did wrong sits on the council. And majority of the council are lawyers. They are his colleagues, his buddies. Boy. Okay? And nobody sees nothing wrong with that. Okay, well, y'all don't see nothing wrong with it. Okay, I see it. Okay? And I know you people see it. All right? That's an example of these people in action, right? So my point is, they affect your life just like they affect mine. They just ain't targeting you with everything they got like they targeting me. Okay? All right. So my point is that when these people are after me, and they use everybody. I cannot step out of line nowhere. Okay? They got me in jail. They can control who's in the room with me, sleeping right across from me, right? You okay? They can control when I can't even go to the grocery store. They got me locked down. See, when I filed my case in the federal court, I wasn't supposed to be able to do stuff like that. And now they know I have a free mind. They don't know what I'm capable of. I'm talking about on the positive side. I'm talking about as far as defending myself against them. Okay? Because right now, I operate from love. All my decisions are generated from love. Okay? If I say something to a young man, pull your pants up or something like that, he responds to me better because I'm not trying to criticize him. I understand y'all got your own fashion and fad and everything, right? But I'm telling him as a loving, mature man or older model of a man speaking to a younger man, and they get that. Okay? So my point is to operate from love. So when I tell you about these skills that I've learned, it has taught me how to love my enemy for real. I don't mean be his footstool or their footstools or anything like that. No. Love is powerful. You just got to understand it. All right. So that's the thing about relationships, right? They can happen anywhere. I don't want to get into a whole lot of details, right? My video is posted now. So if you got any specific questions, then ask me and I'll give you specific details to answer your question, okay? All right, I'm Carl Redmond Jr. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button so so my videos, you'll be notified whenever I post, all right? And don't forget that if you got to keep in mind that the internet, the people who control the internet, do not like these videos being posted. Okay, all right. So, in order to find my videos, sometimes you have to type in my name, Carl Redmond. All right, Redmond. Don't forget, look at all my videos. This is video 12. I hope you enjoy the rest of them. Okay, I look forward to speaking to you again. Love. Take care.